You know, it's funny. Sometimes the most profound wisdom doesn't come from some huge, complicated book. Nope, it comes from just a few simple words. We've got a short piece of text today that at first glance seems pretty simple, but stick with me here because it's actually a super powerful guide for how we can handle our days and build a happier home. Let's break it down. Okay, so here it is, the full quote. And right away, you can see it's got two big parts, right? First, it kicks off with this idea of silent lips versus smiling lips. That's all about how we engage with the world outside. But then it shifts gears to this really beautiful metaphor about the temperature of home, saying it's set by warm hearts and cool minds. That's our second big idea, the environment we create inside. Now, they might seem like two separate things, but we're about to see just how deeply connected they really are. All right, let's dive into that first idea, the smile as a solution. What I really love about this is how it frames a smile. It's not just a nice, friendly thing to do. The text presents it as a genuine, active tool for actually solving problems. Just look at this contrast. On one side, you've got silent lips. That's the passive approach. You stay quiet, you might sidestep a problem, sure. But on the other side, you've got smiling lips, which this text says is a proactive tool. A smile doesn't just dodge problems, it actively gets in there and helps solve them. It's really the difference between ducking for cover and stepping forward with a really powerful disarming strategy. But let's be real for a second. How does a smile actually solve a problem? I mean, come on, it's not going to fix a flat tire, is it? Of course not. But think about the kinds of problems we deal with all day, the ones that involve people. A genuine smile can totally change the energy in a tense room. It can disarm someone who's coming in hot, build a bridge where there was tension, and just open the door to a real conversation. It's a tool for solving our people problems. Okay, so that's the tool we use out in the world. But this is where things get really interesting because the text completely pivots. Now we're shifting our focus inward to the emotional climate inside our own homes. I just love this line because it cuts right to the chase. The text says the correct temperature of a home isn't about heaters or air conditioners. It's a metaphor, right? It's talking about the emotional climate, that feeling you get the second you walk through your front door. It's such a great reminder that true comfort at home is all about how we feel, not the number on the thermostat. So if it's not our gadgets setting the temperature, what is it? Well, the text gives us this brilliant two-part formula. It says the ideal home temperature is maintained by two things: warm hearts and cool minds. Let's actually unpack what that means. So first up, warm hearts. Think of this as the emotional engine of the home. It's that generosity of spirit, you know? It's empathy, it's kindness, it's giving people the benefit of the doubt. It's basically the emotional furnace that makes a house feel like a genuinely safe and loving place to be. But you know, all that warmth needs a little bit of balance, right? And that is where the cool mind comes in. If the warm heart is the furnace, the cool mind is the thermostat. It's our ability to stay calm when things get heated, to respond with reason instead of just reacting emotionally. It's what keeps all that wonderful, positive warmth from turning into a wildfire. So you can really see how these two work together. It's like the warm heart is the gas pedal. It gives you all that positive forward energy. But the cool mind, that's your steering wheel. It gives you direction and stability. You absolutely need both. And when you have that warmth and that calm working together, you get that perfect balance the text is talking about. A home that's not just loving, but also peaceful. Okay, so this is where it all comes together. We've talked about the smile for the outside world, and we've talked about the temperature of our home. So how do these two things actually connect? And the link is actually super direct. When your inner state is balanced, when you're really coming from that place of a warm heart and a cool mind, a genuine smile isn't something you have to force. It just happens. It's the natural expression of your inner calm and warmth. And that's why it works. That authenticity is what gives it real power to connect with people and calm down those tricky situations. So, if there's one thing to really grab onto from all this, it's this. This isn't two separate pieces of advice. It's one complete loop. Your inner world, your heart and your mind, directly fuels how you act in the outer world. And those actions, like a simple smile, ripple out and actually shape that world. They feed each other. When you get the inside right, the outside gets a whole lot easier to navigate. And that brings us to the final line. Wish you a great day. After everything we've just unpacked, it doesn't feel like just a polite sign-off anymore, does it? It feels more like a gentle challenge. A quiet reminder that we all have these two simple but incredibly powerful tools: a smile for the world and the balance of a warm heart and a cool mind for our home. Go out there and use them to build a great day.